My name is Ron Charles. I'm a TV reporter with CBC TV News.
So my name is Leanne Hazon, and I'm an assignment editor with CBC National News.
And the most memorable road trip I've ever taken was on a two-engine airplane small two-engine airplane up to James Bay. We were going to Szechuan, which was having a water crisis. The community had problems with the water supply.
So we flew up. We went through Timmins, and then we went to Szechuan to do our story. And before we left, we were at the airport, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is not going to be like anywhere I've been before. They're not going to have ATMs and a Hertz rent-a-car, so I'm going to have to think of something else. So I took $800 cash out of my bank account and just carried cash with me. And we got up to Szechuan, and we found this guy, and we just said to him, listen, can we borrow your truck for a couple of days? And I gave him $100 cash. He said, yeah, no problem.
We load the pickup truck with our ample equipment and start heading towards where the army is, and the guy reminds us, oh yeah, by the way, it's barely got any gas because the gasoline barge couldn't dock at the community, and so there's no gasoline in the community. So I told the cameraman, Al, who was driving, I said, make sure that most of this trip is downhill. Yeah.
It was really quite a memorable shoot, actually, for a variety of reasons. Gas and the fact that the poor people in this community did not have water to drink. It was just unbelievable. A lot of them were living in terrible conditions that would not be acceptable by any standard here in what they call the South, which is, the main cities of Canada, the urban areas. And it was just an unbelievable experience to be on a reserve and see some of the issues that they face. So we're finished with the story, we're done for the day. But in Szechuan, there was nowhere to stay. There was one bed and breakfast, but I think actually that the Globe and Mail was in it. So we had booked to stay at, I believe Szechuan, I believe it's its sister reserve, I could be wrong about that, but Fort Albany. And we had to fly there. And it was the shortest plane ride I've ever been on in my life. That plane went up and it was down. We
were in the air for maybe 3 minutes, and he landed and got to the airport in Fort Albany. It was dark, and the pilot says, oh, the airport seems to be closed. Like, we landed at the airport, but it was closed. So we thought, well, what do we do? So the cameraman, Al, went and got a luggage cart, like a big luggage trolley, dragged it over to the airplane. We piled all of our stuff on it. We saw some guys hanging around near where the gates to the airport were locked, and they were surprised to see a plane landing, and we were kind of surprised to see them just sitting there doing whatever they were doing. And we said, well, we're staying at the Luna Lodge, which is a hunting lodge in town. Let them know we're here. And they went off and let those folks know, and they came back, and we're still in the airport, like putting our stuff on this cart, trying to figure out, well, what do we do? How do we get out of here? How do we get out of the airport? We can't just open the gate, it's locked. So they backed their pickup truck up to the fence. The folks from Luna Lodge backed their pickup truck up to the fence. We dragged the trolley over to where their pickup truck is, and we passed all of our equipment and luggage over the fence. They piled it into the pickup truck, and we had to climb over, and we head to the lodge where we stayed. It was quite the adventure. Yeah.
But it really was one of the most memorable field shoots that I have ever done, and to this day, we enjoy talking about it because we're happy we covered the story, and it was just really an experience that we'll never forget.
You don't expect things to always work out perfectly when you're on the road, and they often don't. But this was the strangest sort of grouping of events.